Hello and welcome back to the show. So before we get into the nitty-gritty into game 3 of this best of 3, let's see who has won the next batch of junk here with cobblestone cases. I do enjoy these. Mr. Producer Reese.
The winner is Young Zub.
What he said. Let's have a look and see what you won.
I want a Dragon Lord just one time. Maybe. I want a Dragon Lord just one time. Maybe even just a Deagle or something. Just something that's not. You know, a P90.
I want to say that. I want to say maybe we had a Deagle once, but it's just always. I'm on tilt, Dan. Game 2, we're opening more cases. I can't take this. I just can't take it. I can't.
Can't even see the. Oh, whose signature is that? Is that Smith's?
It looks like Smith's. Yeah. Oh, it's got Titan on it. Well, congratulations to you. Whatever. You won some crump.
Good job.
Some crap and some junk. Some crump. Anyway, Cash. So obviously, I think we're expecting a better performance from FaZe on Cash. That is agreed.
Yeah. I mean, out of the 3, funnily enough, out of the 3, I kind of feel like it would be their better one. But that said, I think that may even apply for Dignitas as well to some extent. Obviously, their train was very good against FaZe there. But I feel in some level that that's just FaZe also just playing not really to their level, and that might be. That might be a problem going into Cash because Cash typically was always a great map for them. Their CT sides were always really strong. You know, since those times, that was that was a year ago that that they kind of built a bit of a legacy to the strength of their Cash, and it started with the 16-0 against Virtus Pro in Valencia. And that's when the statement was set, and that no one should mess with them on Cash. Obviously, some lineup changes have been there, but the idea is that if you're a highly individually skilled team, you get a lot of ways to play well on the CT side of this map. We have that Fox jkaem combo on B that's so quintessentially FaZe. Although, as you noted yesterday, kioShiMa was sometimes swapping out a little bit for jkaem.
Maybe it was partly to do with their approach towards mid. It is the pistol here, and FaZe are going to have 3 people going towards A, but it won't be the sneaky squeaky play from Dignitas. Sneaky squeaky.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean the Bardolph?
The Bardolph, yes.
Well,
the Bardolph Cash strat.
Run through.
There are now Bardolph Dust 2 strats
Squeaky.
as well. Well, maybe MSL suggesting that it is that strat coming in. He's going to get wrecked. And look at it, it's a full rotation down. They've abandoned the B-bomb site. I mean, FaZe have had what can be construed as weird approaches to be on Cash on pistol rounds. Last time they had Fox playing outside of it, and they got wrecked when they tried to come back in. And now they're doing it again. They don't have, because they have full Kevlar and they have no nades to come in for retakes, no retake smokes as you like to mention. Maybe you can mention it afterwards. How is this going to work out for them? Good thing is MSL's down already.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. They do have the raid boss still on kioShiMa. He picked up that Tech 9 and it's actually working out really well in combination with Fox. Actually, everyone's dead. Dignitas are getting completely smashed here by the push. And there you go. The defuse will come in. FaZe will start their CT side with good economy, and Dignitas will have the option to get the 3rd round AK-47s out. And I would imagine that they would do that. Of course, though, with a team like Dignitas, the option to throw in the Tech 9s and go for the set piece here is always a possibility as well. But they're going to play it safe, seemingly. No buy in sight. Are they just going to go full Glocks even? It looks like we get 1 P250. That is a save, James. That's an actual eco. We invest in this round $300, and that's it.
I respect that. I respect that much more than 5 pistols and no nades, Dan. This is respectable, therefore I respect it. I'm just going to check as this inevitable slaughter comes through. I'm going to check. Oh, could they plant the bomb? They could. They have a slight chance. The bomb's down there, but probably not going to plant it. Or are they? RUBINO taking down Rain, Trade's coming in, but Config is on the site. They get the second plant down for an investment of $300 and 2 kills. Congratulations to you, sir. You get a bell ring.
That's nuts. That is nuts. Just Glocks and a P250, and they get 2 kills in the bomb plant. That is really crazy. That's like usually if you get a force buyout and you get that result, you're usually somewhat happy because you can kind of pay back most like in economic damage you put on the other team, and also the bomb and the kill rewards. You kind of pay it back a little bit. But they, wow, that's pretty ridiculous. FaZe really need a strong round against the buy of Dignitas. They do have 4 rifles and the UMP, so the UMP obviously is going to be able to perform quite well in a variety of situations. So it's not nearly as bad as it looks. For $1,200, it's highly cost efficient. But here goes the mid take from Dignitas, which is the kind of one of the best ways to play around like this. But they can't win the battles. jkaem with 2 there. Massive defense from FaZe. And all of a sudden, Dignitas are going to have to change the gears up a little bit to try to get themselves in that A bomb site.
Wow, Dignitas have been wiped out well, very, very quickly. It's not often you see a team side of 1 man left and a minute 20 on the clock then. That is pretty crazy there. Going for a fast play didn't work out. And they'll be straight back on the eco. So towards the end of the veto process, Dignitas vetoed Inferno, and then FaZe vetoed Mirage, which left Cash as the final map in this best of 3. So, back on the pistols for the Danish side early on. Config opting for some Kevlar. Loads of Deagles coming out. We've seen quite a few 1Deags this week. Will they continue now? That is the question. That is a very meaty nade indeed. MSL will be the poor boy to get punished by it. 60 HP down the toilet, down the drain. Can he get a bomb plant again? They're moving into the site quickly, making use of that smoke. Sprayed down from aizy. He's going to get 3. jkaem goes down. Rain is in position. Config going for the pistol. Losing 2 players now. But that will be that. Deagles to be collected if they want to be. 4-0 to FaZe. Good start for them.
Yeah, if you consider that the bomb went down for $300 in a round which they decided to just full save because they had guaranteed AKs next round anyway. Yeah, I can say that that's actually going kind of well because FaZe have avoided just basically implosion. They've avoided a nuclear catastrophe, and well, for the time being at least. Dignitas back on the buy in this 5th round, and ooh, the push. Are we going to see the push there from FaZe? They actually get a deep smoke, and now they're going to clear the front of that smoke. And oh, getting tagged here through the metal shutter.
Nobody likes an implosion, Dan.
No.
I'm more about explosions than implosions. Not sure about you.
No, but I do like what they've done here because they've decided, okay, we're going to bit of pressure in a mainless, boost 1 player up, and then play a different setup now. And they could even, remove one of the players from the A-bomb site entirely if they like to do that. But very passive towards the mid area. So FaZe will have to get this done with this funky setup.
So there's one Dignitas player lurking towards the squeaky door. RUBINO, I want to say that he's going to look into aizy's position. Indeed he is, but tenzki is going to get taken down with RUBINO. Well, they pushed the site down and they got wiped out in 2, maybe 3 seconds with no response whatsoever.
No, not really, no. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Look at the amount of money in red that the CTs have spent at the beginning of this round. That's not much money for a CT side.
Nope.
And they are building the cash. 4 of the 5 players on 6,000 plus. And Dignitas, a side known for their strategy, have 2 flashbangs.
Yep.
And again, you see that smoke onto the corner of the entrance to A main, which I still need to just look at in the demo to see exactly what effect it has. I'm guessing that it does something going through the wall, but I really don't know what the purpose of it is. A nice headshot by Kjaerbye there, but they will need many more. Again, they have 1 flash, and that's it on the entire team, who are in A main.
Well, when are they going to use this flash? Will they use it to pop flash forklift, or will they flash into the site? They only have 1, so it better be a good one. Now, here is the first entry, RUBINO and Config. Oh, did they? I don't even know if they used. Okay, there's the flash shaves. It did absolutely nothing.
It's a comedy flash dance, as was that Molotov.
But they, at the very least, did get something done. Actually, you do see a lot of teams kind of using Molotovs sort of that are redundant. Like, for example, I'm reminded of that Molotov from kioShiMa on that 1 versus 2 situation where he smoked off and just froze a Molotov out. It's like, well, if you throw that Molotov, you can't, oh, that is pretty sick. No, ooh. No. Oh, they're peeking him. Why do they do it? Why do they do that, James? I mean, okay, you know, the thing is that in that spot, okay, maybe you can peek sometimes, but it's Fox, James, and he's pretty good with the AWP. You have to have respect for your elders, your AWP elders.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shall see Dignitas picking up around there. But they do, because of Fox, they lose actually 2 players extra there. One which couldn't have been avoided, I think, but one which maybe could have been. And we'll have to see if that affects them long term. Their money really sucks now, I have to say.
It does. At least they had grenades on this occasion. And they have made things somewhat expensive for the CT side in that first loss for FaZe in the last map here in this best of 3. Fox again going for his signature aggression. Will he go for the peak? No, he couldn't get 3. He's going to get 1, but Config and MSL heavily tagged here. What a carnage by Fox. What do Dignitas do in response to that? No one to just jet no scope coming in. That's the bomb down as well. And this round could be shut down already. Config will be the next to be sacrificed by Fox.
What are they going to do now? 2 versus 5. There are some grenades. There is time. Those are the only things really going in their favor. The problem is the bomb is down. That is the real big deal here for Dignitas, stopping them from having a solid chance. Kjærbye finds Rain in mids, so that's nice. You know, 1 frag, but still 2 versus 4. And that is more information, though, for the CTs. So it kind of goes both ways. Rain did die, but they now know that there is a player in middle and that the bomb could be attempted to be collected from mid. But that actually, even that said, the vents had to be popped to get through there. And this is a spray down for jkaem. It will be successful. Kjærbye is dead. And tenzki perhaps just thinking, how can I get damage done here? How can I kill some players? As winning the round should be nigh on impossible from this position.
What I find interesting is that people because Thorin likes to trigger people who are fans of Foxes and are overly defensive. Not fans of Foxes, fans of Fox, and are overly defensive. He likes to trigger them, but people kind of misunderstand that and think that he is suggesting that Fox is a bad player, but that's not his intention. He's trying to troll people who want to be trolled, if you will. But Fox is awesome. He's beasting. I mean, his holds on B bomb sites are absolutely monstrous. He's so fast with his reactions as well. And that is why he is the primary AWPer for this team. And here we go again. The bomb trying to move in quickly. He's got teammate in for support. The leg comes in on a jumping player, and he'll be finished off by kioShiMa. jkaem in for support as well. And it's another solid hold. 7-1. Dignitas are in deep water, Dan.
Yep, it is deep water. It's shark infested. And this is looking pretty similar to the dominance that Dignitas had in the previous round, whereby Dignitas were able to just walk in to the bomb sites for, you know, A or B respectively, and just win rounds with simple play. Seemingly, the defenses look just as simple here for FaZe. In this third map, you know, you can see that this map is much more to their liking. They have much more of an affinity to it, and perhaps the legacy of Cash for FaZe will live on. We shall see. Config moving in to A main with that Deagle. And just pistols here for Dignitas. Previously, of course, we saw them actually get the bomb down with just a P250 and 4 Glocks, but I feel like maybe that was an anomaly. There's aizy with another frag. So this round is a no-show really, as expected. Just, you know, the pistols. Maybe the best case for Dignitas was a frag or 2. So there it is. It is over. It was a mere formality. And now it's 8-1. FaZe looking very strong.
Fox has got a clean $15,000 in the bank.
He's died once.
He's died once, Dan, as has kioShiMa. kioShiMa has died once, Dan.
That is.
And those are presumably 2 deaths in the 1 round that Dignitas have won.
Yeah, that's impressive, isn't it? Actually, no, it wasn't, because if you recall, Fox actually got 2 kills there.
Hey, look, Fox is he playing a spawn to go for a fast peek into the A main area? Seems that he might be. MSL is going to be crying in his sleep if this continues, Dan.
Yeah, he took that to the chest. And now Fox is going to reposition. Yeah, he's starting to feel the freedom.
That's so important as well, that he is afforded opportunities to mix it up and keep his opponents guessing. Because the last thing you want to do is face Fox. So you're like, all right, B seems to be a problem. Let's go towards A. Oh my God, Fox is A.
It's also actually a real big benefit for on the stylistic matchup perspective, because it's unlikely that Dignitas will have an AWP to try and actually pick against him on that angle. Because some teams, you know, even if they have an AWPer, he might not be on that angle at that timing, and you might lose a player that way. But sometimes you'll see, you know, JW versus Pit there or Forest or whatever. Like, you know, they'll both meet each other on the angle, and it's kind of like the gamble who hits the shot. But I think against Dignitas, more of times than not, there's not going to be an AWPer there, and we will get more frags here found by FaZe. They just hold positions in everywhere on the map there. In everywhere. So,
in everywhere.
In everywhere.
Well, we've got 3 heavily tagged players here for the FaZe side. That said, tenzki's the only man standing. FaZe have too much money, Dan. They can't even hold it in their wallets. Fox on that max 16k at the beginning of this round. This could be a whitewash.
This is a stomp so far, absolutely. But yeah, you know, Dignitas on a team necessarily that you typically would say, oh, this team has amazing AWP play. And this is a team that gets stuff done with the AWP. It's they will find other ways. They'll play much more fast-paced with rifles to open up the rounds. They won't rely on the AWP as much on their T sides, and that is to their detriment in this instance because they're getting rocked by the AWP of Fox. No response, and so far, and aizy, he will defend again. They've allowed middle to go the way of Dignitas, so let's see if Dignitas can do something with the positioning. It is by design though, because FaZe realize that they're going to be on pistols, so they're just going to say, okay, we'll just hold our setups in the sites. And speaking of which, Fox is pushed into storage, and Rain is tapping them down. He's just tap dancing all over.
Holy potatoes! This is savage.
We're seeing a lot of one-sided games in the last couple of days. Or maybe you could just count today, James.
I think the good thing is for FaZe that they had the first game before the second game happened, in that they have evidence that they can dominate despite being dominated on train. So I think it will shake their confidence less than if it would if it was the first map where they have no evidence to the contrary within one best of 3. Anyway, 10-1, and Dignitas are back on the bye. So in 11 rounds, Fox has still died just to 1 round, Dan.
He's got 11 kills, 1 assist, and 1 death, James. It's all about the ones. He's number 1. Fox number 1. Confirmed.
Yeah, what can we say? What can we say? He's going for his, again, signature pushes, but RUBINO has the good angle now. I believe he's standing on the sign in T-spawn. So if Fox chooses to push, this is an angle he surely cannot cater for.
Yep.
There's no way Fox gets a kill here.
Yeah, this is one of the ways that you want to actually punish FaZe. Is, you know, typically against AWPs, you can see how you want to shut them down with smokes and stuff. But with an AWP like Fox, he pushes aggressively, and Ruben is going to punish him this time with his AWP angle, and that's now a mid-tape going Dignitas' way for once. So they're looking good to take this round. It would take a really big performance now from kioShiMa, who has been so far a little bit lackluster, a little bit below his usual level, and from aizy, who's now dead. So kioShiMa with the 1 versus 4, you couldn't really expect anything from anyone in that position. So kioShiMa, you know, he just wants to be annoying and get some damage, and their money is so ridiculously good. He can just have a lot of fun there, but he's going to get shut down straight away, which is unfortunate for him. No fun to be had, but the money is going to be spent. Fox died a second time. A rip. That's so sad, isn't it?
Yeah, monstrous half so far. But again, we saw the same thing on train, and then the guys on the receiving end of things had a similar half in the second half, although obviously the guys in the lead had too much of a lead for it to be clawed back. FaZe with 10 rounds on the board. We'll see if Dignitas can take 5. That is a good start. jkaem being taken down in mid. So again, we have a difference in play on jkaem on this map now that kioShiMa's on the team. Bit of a rotation between those two.
Rain throwing his flashbang. So he could pick, oh no, he actually, just to keep himself safe. I thought he was trying to get rid of 1 nade so he could pick up the incendiary, but he actually has only 2 nades now. So never mind. And FaZe going defensive. They got 2 AWPs, James. 2 AWPs. aizy's AWPing again. His AWPing wasn't too spectacular on the cobblestone map, I have to say.
Yeah, there was some crucial shots missed in a place where you are, for the most part, holding angles and trying to avoid flashbang somewhat. So Dignitas slowly moving over towards the B bomb site where none other than Fox will be. Oh, well, he won't be actually, he's in mid. So things changing again. So it's interesting, it seems that on cash, with kioShiMa in the team, it gives them more varied options towards the B bomb site, so they're less predictable. We'll see if it works out for them. On this occasion, Fox coming in from the high ground, Rain taken down. towards short. Now the challenge for the site will begin. It's still a 3 versus 5. In fact, we have players on the B-bomb site. Look how fast that snap is. It's ridiculous. Fox taking down RUBINO. kioShiMa makes himself known. Just 1 kill for him. Kjaerbye holding the angle. No Molotov to force kioShiMa out, and he will take down Kjaerbye as well. So advantage has been lost for Dignitas.
Has indeed. We've got FaZe losing Fox now as well. aizy has the clutch 1-on-2. And again, his AWP has been a little bit suspect on Cobblestone. He's going to pull out the CZ to get himself out of that situation. Incendiary toss to give him some more space as well. Forcing himself to peek in certain directions, but he's just going to jump up on the box and slap aizy down. So the third round won by Dignitas, but still the bank is undeniably great from FaZe. So the buy is going to be healthy for them. Did Fox? He accidentally bought a scout. The scout is going to be on the floor.
That's annoying.
That is quite annoying because if Dignitas win this round, that might make a bit of a difference in getting another AWP out to sea in the following round for FaZe. But we get a quick pressure into a main coming in from Dignitas. You can see Config looking away there in case of pop flashes, and aizy just dropping the smoke straight away, looking to go for the door, gets shut down, and tenzki doesn't get traded in the end, so no refrag. Again, a good start for Dignitas.
Yeah, it can be. There is actually a common mistake in how scouts can accidentally be purchased. If you're trying to buy something that you already have and you are expecting the menu to close and then you press 3 to bring out your knife, but the menu's still there, then you buy a scout. That's pretty much how it goes. Because I know from experience, I do it all the time. In about 13 years, I've never used a buy script, and I never will.
Why not?
Don't know. I miss the text menu, the plain white text menu.
It's nice just like tapping a numpad and just getting everything you need. But anyway, here comes the push, and Fox is there. Oh, it was not to be. But kioShiMa, finally, we see him wake up. 2 quick kills, making it back to a 3 versus 3. Gets smoked off, and he has got loads of time now to rotate, which is fantastic news for him. Not having to run through the smoke on vent is always going to be good. And now he has to, he distracts one of the players here because one of them has to deal with the fact that he's here. So if he can just keep his presence, he's dead now. Never mind. His presence is gone, so no distraction for the team. They're just going to have to go in straight away, and Rain's going to make it work. He's so fast onto the site. jkaem with support, and now the defuse is looking potentially good here. But RUBINO gets them both lined up, and he sprays them both down. The quad kill coming in for RUBINO to save the day for Dignitas. That is the 4th round, and will the scout purchase hurt Fox? Well, it looks like it is hurting Fox, James. He's got $2,500.
Yeah, they are down to the worst of it. So kioShiMa, I mean, Fox has a reasonable spawn. There are much better spawns to be had, but he has a reasonable spawn to go for towards B. And with 3 rifles on these 4 plays, the shotgun onto jkaem and the pistols of kioShiMa, we might see Fox going for an aggressive peek again. We'll have to see. He is on the B-bomb site alone. That smoke comes in, and he will have to reposition. Now you can see people's feet go past, so he'll be looking at the bottom of his scope, and he will try to swipe them. Ooh. I don't think he saw something there. I think it was coincidence that the player happened to be directly above his reticle. Got Molotovs coming in. I didn't even know you could do that.
That's actually really smart because it allows him to re-peek if he wants into vent, but yeah. Boom. jkaem boosted up. This is interesting because it's a 1-for-1 trade as well on players. And Config, he's going to go into the mag.
Oh, yes.
No, jkaem! Is he going to look the right way at the right time? Yes, he's looking. Oh my god, this is the timing of this.
He should hit the nade being primed, and then he should know. The Config could run up there really fast. Oh, please. Oh man, that is a meaty play right there. That is a meaty play. So Fox's position, I believe, is going to get smoked out, the headshot area. They could, if they had a Molotov, they have Molotov, they could have Molotoved his position there as well. They should have done it, but they haven't. How many kills can he get? It could have been more than 1, but it's only the 1. 2 versus 2 now. Config and MSL try to make their way onto the site.
Yeah, but Rain has actually found his way to headshot. So can he slow them down? No, he can't. Not even a single frag from Rain there, uncharacteristic. And Dig will pull back 4 rounds in a row there. Wow.
Yeah, so again, you know, a horrible start, a very horrible start. It looks like it's going to be a 1/2 map, but then they take a third of the round, so they give themselves much opportunity. And again, see, the problem is it was so dominating in the first half. Dignitas could entirely do to FaZe. Although I think it's less likely on Cash specifically, because it seems to be a good map for FaZe. But technically speaking, Dignitas could just have, you know, a solid hold here and have a dominant CT half as well.
Yeah, the 5 rounds definitely is something to actually work with on this map, and especially against FaZe. This could end up being really close. We'll have to see how it actually plays out, because, you know, FaZe, you know, if they end up being able to get those entries of Fox, and, you know, if they're able to hit those shots, if they can make the basics work, then Dignitas could get really screwed. The problem for Dignitas is on that CT side, they don't really have much in the way of margin for error, because as soon as their economy gets stretched, and as soon as, you know, Fox, you know, again, can consistently have AWPs, and they don't have anything much to deal with those, then they're going to have to play really passively. And then if they're playing really passively, they give up more space. If FaZe are cognizant of this and take more space for free because of that, because of the fear of the AWP of Fox in certain positions, then FaZe get more advantages. But it's all about, you know how to play these advantages. And typically, you know, FaZe aren't necessarily the best team just yet. Maybe in the future it will change, but the best team at taking these T-sided advantages. So 10-5 could be super close. This reminds me of those old Cash scorelines we used to have.
Yep, this was pretty much standard, I would say. What is good is that we're seeing more, again, we're seeing more detail from FaZe, just in the long term, because obviously from their inception, they've always been a team who are like, oh, this team are not going to do anything, this team are going to be 5 random guys doing random things and so on. And there have been places, especially on Cash in the past, there have been five random guys doing random things on the T side, really brutally. But it seems in the short space of time, like a few weeks, that they are making market improvements. Well, kind of in the kioShiMa era, if you will. So let's see how it continues here. Absolutely.
That's one of the fun things to watch for FaZe. There's always a play to be made, no matter the situation. And we'll see the door push as, for Dignitas, they're going to be having pushes of their own here, coming up the back very quickly. MSL is going to find that this is definitely an A play. There will be an A retake. If there's no... Oh, there is a smoke. So if tenzki notices the retake smoke, where you throw the smoke directly on the bomb from Car, which I think Existence was the first guy to do that, then this could be problematic here for FaZe to hold. And we've got players all over the place here for Dignitas. The Danes are crushing this defense so far. 2 players. We've got a knife fight.
Nice.
A knife fight. That's brilliant. That is fantastic.
That is awesome. All right, guys, let's just drop our guns and do this like in the old days. No arrows, no bullets. That is solid stuff.
Look at James Dean flick.
That was amazing.
The knife fights.
So, Dignitas winning the pistol could quickly even the score here versus FaZe. And again, question marks will be raised of the T side of FaZe on Cash. Again, this is a new era for them with Ruben in tow, with a more complete team, kioShiMa in place of Makalele, who wanted or needed to AWP to play at his best. So we'll see. It's Dignitas who needs to go for the anti-force. FaZe have a ton of grenades in this round. I look forward to seeing how they use them.
Yep, it's a lot of free space to be taken here for mid, and FaZe are taking it. Ooh,
wow.
The tap is in, and RUBINO is out. Lights out. Through the radio.
So I can only imagine someone dropped the AK for kioShiMa, and he may have dropped Tech 9 for them. So he's going to be the man opening things up, opening faces. That's a good start. Again, with the grenades, FaZe, I want to say Snacks does it for Virtus Pro from range position where he is right now. Smoking off shorts, the top of short, so the CT defenses have less information. MSL almost with a 3-man spray down, just putting the round back in the hands of Dignitas. They've had enough of FaZe's shenanigans, and they will wipe them out. The AK not rescued, but 3 M4s come into round 18.
And it is a 10-7. Just like that, after all that dominance, FaZe looking so good. Boom, 10-7. What is up, Mr. FaZe? Now we'll see them going for the eco, which should push it to 10-8, and Dignitas straight back in this one. Now, again, like for me, I'm so curious how FaZe are going to play these T sides when they have weapons, but they're running out short. This is actually kind of interesting. Just like lemmings to the slaughter, just off the edge of the cliff into the Dignitas defense. So 10-8, 1 player dead, that's completely fine. I want to see the AWP. Give me the AWP on Fox. Give it to me. He's okay, he's going to go for the AK armor and nades. I can also understand this.
Higher purpose, Dan. He's a team player. There's no I in team, but there is a T, an E, an A, and an M in team, Dan. In case you're wondering, I just wanted to clarify. Please continue.
Okay, so let's see how the team plays it out. FaZe, will they just go for the picks? Will they try to just go for a fast contact play? Do they have a delayed, more of a default round into a set piece kind of in mind, or a mid take? There's lots of options here. MSL, speaking of options, is leading the push here for Dignitas into B storage. So that's actually a really big deal. They're going to have an aggressive smoke to smoke this off. A lot of pressure here for FaZe. Now this is really interesting right now. Rain's actually going to take down himself through the smoke. That's a really big deal. Oh, kioShiMa
no.
through the smoke as well. That's unbelievable. That's such a disaster there for Dignitas.
Is that based on the sound of the smoke bouncing on the floor? Either that or he just took a shot through the smoke on an estimation of where CT might be considering the play. Either way, great stuff there. RUBINO is all that stands between FaZe and round 11 and a broken economy, or a worse economy. Maybe not broken, just you can see RUBINO with 4K in the bank. But they don't need to. They're still playing catch up here. They can't afford to be losing rounds just yet. Their loss bonus will be poor.
It would have been quite cool to see how that would have played out if they hadn't gotten those 2 smoke frags. Because, for example, there's a few options there for the T's, right? They can try to interpret it different ways. They can say, okay, let's just go A. But the problem with that is that the B storage players can push very quickly behind the push, so that's not super optimal. One thing that could be cool would actually be a response to just rush into middle and try to take middle, and with the estimation that because there's 2 in B storage that you've seen, there can only really be realistically 1 in mid. That's the most likely thing at that point. So then you overwhelm mid and go into vent. Then you actually get ahead of them. So then they're stuck in B storage and you have the bomb site. There's lots of gymnastics you can do as a T side around a heavy push like that from the CTs. Would have been really cool to see. Some teams would just wait probably until the smoke goes away, which is boring, James. But I like the action. So I was thinking about all the action that could have happened. So 11-8 and FaZe are able to pick up that round. Very unfortunate loss actually for Dignitas, I should say. But Dignitas back to the rifles, and still no AWP for Fox.
Yeah, I expect him to be a lot less effective on the T side than the CT side should he get an AWP in play a bit later on. But we'll have to see how FaZe choose to use him. So it is indeed a 3-round lead now for FaZe. A slim lead, I would say, at this point, as they are 5 rounds away from that 16th. Dignitas with a chunk of nades. Again, FaZe have the shoulder picking going on there, but RUBINO coming out of nowhere, 2 frags into mid. Mid is theirs. No more eyes on mid for the T side. And now you can see them making loads of noise towards A, and that's going to allow a rotation. RUBINO with 4 HP going towards the car. 2 frags already. We'll see if he can get a third. Got MSL in vents, but he's not boosted up, so Rain can make his way towards the short area, but his teammates are running out of HP. The bomb's down as well, and none of the Dignitas are. There are quite a few heavily tagged, but not a single person will be taken despite the damage done. Solid round for Dignitas, the round they needed. Now you can see the money will disappear for the FaZe team once this fight comes in.
Yep, the AWP is on Fox finally. I know you don't mind, but I do. I want to see how he uses this. So it is obviously a tool that can be used to open up the round for FaZe, and they're opting to use it defensively right now. So just trying to, in the early stages, kind of gamble, okay, if they go aggressive in B storage, which they have been known to do, Fox can try to punish with the off angle, just as RUBINO punished Fox by standing on the sign at T-spawn during the last half. kioShiMa looking for info there towards middle. So I think kioShiMa he might have enough info to realize that there's not really a big setup here for Dignitas in mid. Dignitas have not had much in the way of big mid setups. So this is something that FaZe could do. They could try to go for a delayed mid take now that they've played their default out and put presence towards both sides of the map. But they're just all going to walk into A main J's and probably run in and die. But we'll see.
Yeah, there are 2 players on A slope here for Dignitas with a third on quad. Now this boost coming in means a faster rotation for MSL. The nade starts streaming into the A site now and the charge comes. The crossfire is in place for the CTs. We've got Kjærbye on the high ground as well. And aizy won't see him coming. aizy goes down, as does jkaem. So far, so good for Dignitas. Looking to have another solid hold. Put him in a 2-man spray down. Will be 0. Reino will get traded. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Still all the CTs not on the site. 2 versus 2 now. Both CTs over towards short. Got a player in main for the T's while they try and identify where the remaining CTs are. The bomb is still down to the 1 versus 1. Fox with the up. Can he finish RUBINO off here? He realizes he's jumped off the forklift, and indeed he will punish him for doing so. Another round. Dignitas get reset straight back.
Yeah, that's really interesting again, because there's so many options from the default that FaZe played. That, you know, a lot of teams would take you know, a mid take into the A play or the B play with a split possibility. But what FaZe did is actually they kept it a lot more simple. So there's actually less parts of that can technically go wrong. But the issue also is that if you lose 2 or 3 players on the entry immediately, if you lose players in the wrong spots, you just lose the round straight away. So, but they got the trades, and you get Fox into position with the AWP. He hits the headshot, and the frags start raining in. So 12-9 is going to be the situation. And it's funny actually, because FaZe. I mean, kioShiMa only has a CZ, and Ray's only on like a little. Something I have been wanting to talk about is kioShiMa's decision for a CZ over a Tech9, but look at this position. Don't see this too often.
I actually forgot you could just run onto that position and jam yourself in the corner, and I completely forgot it existed because I haven't seen it for so long. Gimmicks.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not sure if I've even ever seen that in a pro match. Quite interesting.
What were you going to say before?
Well, just the fact that kioShiMa opts for the CZ over the Tech9 on the T side is, and he's often playing aggressively, which is harder. Like the CZ is really good in spots where you can play defensively. Tech9 is generally better aggressively when you're rushing in. But anyway,
I wonder if Fox and MSL tagged each other, because MSL had 4 HP and Fox has 12. kioShiMa with a pistol, going to try and get into vents and cause some harassment perhaps. He's got his teammates coming in for a super fast split here. Nice reaction, Config alone, trying to do a flash, but it's a bit telegraphed. Tries to get a smoke out, but it's far too late. The bomb site has been taken. 3 rounds behind our Dignitas, looking to be 4, unless they can get some frags in here quickly.
Yeah, this is the big problem, isn't it? Their economy is really in trouble at the moment. FaZe,
Boost.
Are they going to run boost up? I've seen this once before. This is so sick. Oh, they failed it. They failed it. That's unfortunate. So there's not much Dignitas can do here. They just try to not lose weapons. They really need to hold these weapons, hold on to these weapons. And the thing is that the money's not good enough for FaZe to want to go for these kills. If they only knew though, imagine throwing a Molotov there. That would be quite funny to see them like go, oh guys, they would get blocked. They would get blocked and they both burn to death, and that would be glorious. But yeah, so right now, FaZe look like they're in a position where they can potentially close this match. The problem with Dignitas is they will have a buy in this round due to saving, and with saving 3 rifles, you should probably do that, and they are going to drop the FAMAS. But therein lies the issue: lack of grenades, FAMAS on 2 players. That's not really the best case, especially when you've been losing some of the aim battles or trading situations. The AK can generally be a lot more consistent in, if it's like, if both players go into the spray battle and neither's hitting headshots, the AK is going to win most of the time because it just does more damage, James.
So after this best of 3, our next one will be G2 versus Mousesports. That's coming your way in about 35 minutes. But first, we will see who will be the victor between these 2 teams. Looking good for FaZe at the moment in terms of score. But again, both teams are on the bye, despite Dignitas' bye being somewhat weak. They have a reasonable level of nades. And I do wonder if we're going to see some aggression to try and make up for the round deficit. It is a bit risk-reward. We'll see if they choose to take risk. So, top mid. T-Warehouse will be smoked off early. Oh dear, MSL already down to 15 HP. Don't get many opportunities, and kioShiMa will finish him off for the 2nd round in a row. That is a massive early disadvantage for the Dignitas side. Down goes RUBINO in mid, and again it seems the B split might be coming in. kioShiMa trying to spread config through the smoke here. He's going to get tagged, and he's going to get fragged. In a trade with kioShiMa. So now it's a man advantage for the T's. Joakim though, only on 14 HP. But say only, but the man advantage is quite strong in this situation. Kjærbye opting to come through from T-spawn.
Yeah, get that flank on. It's gonna need to be quite big, and he's gonna be against Fox, and Fox is gonna have an off angle. Oh dear, boom, there it is. Just creeping in there before a reaction can be processed for Kjærbye, and that's all she wrote there for Kjærbye. but maybe tenzki's story can be slightly different, although off angles being held all over the place. This is so impossible. The way that the hold works for FaZe makes it impossible. So tenzki just trying to hold on to the gun, maybe get some exits. And there you go, takes down jkaem. Is he going to try to run in for the defuse? He's praying that everyone else is went to try to hunt him down or something. But in reality, they were holding close, so Fox gets the frag. Good attempt though from, really good idea from tenzki.
He did what he could, Dan.
Yeah.
He died for his country.
It was a nice play.
2 rounds away from a 2-1 FaZe. Dignitas have little option but to go for the force. The one FAMAS, 4 pistols, a few nades here and there, and surely we are going to see a push on one of these sites from the CTs. So Kjaerby's going to go for a push towards Squeaky. He's going to lose the duel. That's the rifle down. No trade from tenzki. 2 men down already. The bomb left in T-spawn. FaZe just waiting and punishing Fox. The timing, that's so frustrating. I don't know if he would have seen the legs go back. Well, the legs have been taken out this time. Pinned to the wall. He's been staked.
Did you actually play Painkiller or?
Only one player.
One player, you mean single player? Oh, you're such a fighting game guy. You said one player instead of single player. That's hilarious.
Yeah, single player.
Such a fighting game nerd.
Yeah,
Did you watch the CPO World Tour though?
Did not, no.
Are you aware of it?
I am now.
Oh, you didn't know about it? Okay, that's
well,
really interesting.
so wasn't Sturmy involved in that? Or?
Yeah, he was playing in it.
Yeah. I know that it was, I don't know what particular tournament it was, but I know there was a competitive circuit for it.
Yeah.
But I played most of my games one player.
I can tell you about it afterwards. So FaZe 15-9 and looking pretty strong in the buy. Again, this is the situation I was afraid of for Dignitas. It's just like having to be forced to terrible buys all the time, and that's happened in the last few rounds. And you can only hold on for so long. And the might of FaZe is starting to march into the B bomb side, and so far it is going to be successful in the extreme. 2 quick kills. RUBINO coming in though, this is a great position to be in, but looks like kioShiMa's on top. There's just too many bodies, too many players with rifles aimed the way of Dignitas. And just down to tenzki versus 4. We saw this previously, more or less. Dex got a scout, and well then, that's going to be that. FaZe will take it in 2 maps, 2-1, losing Train. Actually, very convincing Train performance from Dignitas. The FaZe looked like they were all just slumbering on the second map. They looked like they were not in the game at all, but they came back straight in to the 3rd map.
Even though it was a 16-9, I feel like the map went pretty quickly, don't you?
I don't know actually.
I mean, maybe it's because of those late rounds. They just seemed to breeze past, but it just seemed a bit swift there. But FaZe, I think that performance from FaZe is more expected on Cash. Train, perhaps a bit of an anomaly. I don't know. I mean, it was well played by Dignitas, put it that way. But
absolutely.
2-1. Do you think this is the expected result, FaZe over Dignitas at the moment?
I think at the moment, yeah, just due to the fact that Dignitas are a little bit unstable and the fact that we are seeing FaZe on the up. And I think the maps do generally kind of work a little bit more towards FaZe. Again, that I think Dignitas on Cash, I think Dignitas can have a great Cash map, but FaZe are actually like a good stylistic matchup against Dignitas, I think. As you know, we're talking about in the match. You know, usually Dignitas on the T sides aren't going to try to use RUBINO as much as you would expect some other teams to try to get value out of their AWPers. As you see FaZe doing it with Fox. So Fox has more free reign to actually go for these peaks, because more of the time it's much more of the time than against a lot of teams, he's going to be just against rifles. So he gets more freedom to just go for a quick peek, and because there's likely no AWPer on that angle, he gets it for free basically. Even if he misses a shot, he can get back into position somewhere else. He doesn't lose too much. So we saw a lot of early rounds where they got the advantage just because of stuff like that on the T side, CT side. So that was cool from FaZe.
Well, match 1 out of the way. Coming up in our second European match, it is going to be Mousesports versus G2 in a best of 3. That's going to be in about 27 minutes. So we will see you at the top of the hour with match 2 of 4 today here at ECS.